Hey, what's up? It's Tati. You guys, I had a urge today to do a watch along while I was watching Rampage. Going live and talking about the show, probably even going off topic and talking about other shit or whatever. But I'm moving and I've already packed away most of my stuff, so I just couldn't do it in time by the time the show started. And I might lose some cool points here, but I cannot watch wrestling quietly. Like, I am shouting at the TV. I am jumping up, acting a fool or whatever. And you know what? That's how passionate I am about it. Like, I don't like when people say they love something and they're just being like really calm about it. Like, I'm literally acting a fool when the show comes on, just getting excited and whatnot. Either way, we had a decent show today. I wish I could say it was better than decent, but we did have some really great moments. So I'm going to talk about the Tag Team Battle Royale. That started off first. Now, the team who wins, they go against the winner of FTR versus MJF and Adam Cole. I'm pretty sure FTR is going to retain the titles. I just don't see why Adam Cole and MJF need those titles. We'll talk about that tomorrow. Anyway, we had all these teams. We had the Hardys. We had Isaiah Cassidy and Ethan Page as partners. We had Christopher Daniels and Matt Sydal. We had Butcher and the Blade. We had Luther and Serpentico. We had Jay Lethal and Satnam Singh. Yes, Satnam Singh got in the ring and actually wrestled. Who else was there? Matt Menard and Angela Parker. And we had, did I say the Hardys already? I don't know if I said it, but we also had Big Bill and Brian Cage. Now, I told you, ever since the first time I saw them tagging, I was like, they're really good together. And somebody in AEW must have watched my videos when I said that they should be tagging more often, and they definitely got the memo. Now, we had the first team that was eliminated was Luther and Serpentico. So I think Luther was eliminated first, then Serpentico right after that. When it comes to Luther and Serpentico, they don't really give a damn about winning or whatever. They're collecting checks, okay? So if you're collecting a check, you're winning regardless. So they're out first. Now, when it comes to these matches, it's not like a lot of important things going on, but there was this one point where Jay Lethal eliminates Ethan Page, and Jay Lethal is standing outside of the ropes, and he's over here yapping his mouth, arguing with Ethan Page. And Satnam was behind him, and he got pushed by the Hardys. So when they pushed him, he knocked over Jay Lethal, who fell outside the ring. Both his feet touched the ground, so he's out. And then from there, Jay Lethal and Ethan are still arguing, and now they're fighting all the way to the back. So that's good because I can see a really great match with these two. Dynamite 200 is on Wednesday, so I'm pretty sure that match is not going to be on there. That show is pretty much full. We might see that on Rampage next week. But going from there, we had the Hardy Boys trying to take out Satnam Singh, but Satnam takes out Matt Hardy. And then it's Jeff and Satnam going at it. He's really trying to get him out, and he's just working himself to death. And then Big Bill and Brian is like, you know what? Let's just help this motherfucker out and just get Satnam out this damn ring. So they ended up double teaming and getting Satnam out the ring. So then here comes Jeff Hardy getting eliminated next. So now we have Big Bill, we have Brian Cage, and Butcher and the Blade in the ring. So it's just them four, and they're going at it. They have a really great exchanges or whatever with each other. There were some things that just wasn't all perfect or whatever, but either way, it was really cool to see them. And y'all know Butcher and the Blade, oh my god, they're so talented, but they never fucking win. And that's annoying. So what happened is Blade gets eliminated first, and then they end up eliminating Butcher right after that. And both Big Bill and Brian are left in the ring, so they win. So they're going against the winner of tomorrow night tag team match. And to be honest, I'm so glad to see these two guys together. I was thinking maybe Big Bill can be part of Mogul Embassy, but they already got 5 members, so I don't know if they can take one more. So next we have a video package with the Kingdom, and they're talking about how important ROH is to them, and that when Tony Khan purchased ROH, they knew ROH was in good hands. And I'm just like, I don't know about that. What I've been seeing these past few months, it's been okay. I need to see better hands moving forward. Now, they have a match later on Rampage. You know what? Let me just talk about it now. They have a match with two guys. I'm so sorry I didn't get their names. But when you hear them say so-and-so in action, you know it's a squash match. So they got into the ring and it was over in literally less than 2 minutes. There's just no way that if anyone who is not familiar with ROH, who have never really seen anything from the Kingdom, if this is their first time seeing them, you're not getting anything about them with this match. These two guys that they were in the ring with look like middle schoolers. So it didn't do anything for them. And you know what? The Kingdom is so much better than that. I can't believe they put them in a situation like that. They need to better make use of this hour of wrestling, not giving us this bullshit 2-minute matches. And they've done it before where they would give us 4 matches and they're pretty good length matches. So I don't know what's up with that. It was just absolutely ridiculous. But before that though, since I skipped over it, we had match of the night, Kip Sabian versus Commander. It was originally supposed to be Commander versus Scorpio Sky. Scorpio Sky is injured, you guys. Okay, Scorpio Sky last wrestled 2 fucking weeks ago on Collision. What have he done? Last week on Collision, he was just sitting in the skybox watching the show. And from there, what happened? And what I heard was that at the taping of Rampage, that Tony Khan had to come out and let everybody know that Scorpio Sky could not wrestle because he got injured earlier. And I'm like, what happened? Did he tripped over his fucking foot or something? He was not wrestling. So I don't know what's going on or whatever. But Scorpio Sky, I hope you get better. Either way, we had a really great match with Kip Sabian and Commander. Now, Commander, he's great. That bullshit we have with Commander versus Chris Jericho, not so great. Commander with Kip Sabian, really, really good. They had great chemistry and they had the same energy. And this is something that I would have liked to see either open the show or either close the show. And then the commentators are giving us this bullshit talking about, oh, Kip Sabian has been on a roll lately. And I'm like, who? Kip Sabian been wrestling somewhere else and been in a role somewhere else, because he definitely has not been in AEW. And unfortunately, he's been here since what? 2019, I believe, or was it a little bit after that? I'm not sure, but it just seems like we have yet to see anything from him at all, and it's really disappointing. So that bullshit that was talking about he's on a roll or whatever, don't believe it. Now, they have great chemistry. I don't want to say they have similar styles, but their styles work really well together. We had Penelope ringside, and she does get involved one time. I kind of was expecting her to be way more involved than one time. So what ended up happening was Kip was distracting the referee while Commander was in front of Penelope, and Penelope was either like gouging his eyes or something, or trying to pull the mask off. I really can't tell because it happened really quickly. So then he couldn't see for a little bit. So then Kip takes advantage and go for a pin, but he ends up kicking out. Either way, Commander ends up taking this win. Now although this was a loss for Kip Sabian, I think he looked really, really great here. And I hope whoever is putting these matches together, Tony Khan, paying attention and seeing that y'all wasting this young man by him not doing anything. Put this guy on ROH. At least if you're not doing anything with him on Rampage or Dynamite, put him on ROH. He's really freaking talented. Stop wasting these guys. Either way, great match for both of these guys. Commander takes a win. And I'm just hoping it's not going to always be him every freaking week to win his matches. Alright, you guys, main event, we had Hikaru Shida versus Nyla Rose. They had a good match, but, and it's a big but, okay, it just felt like something we've already seen before. Now, Hikaru Shida and Nyla, they obviously are no stranger to each other. They've wrestled against each other countless times, and they have great chemistry together, but it's just like, oh, this kind of feel like something we already saw. So to be honest, while I enjoyed this, I just was like, I wanted to see something new. Now we have Marina, who was ringside. She had a match with Hikaru Shida a couple of weeks ago, and this match with Nyla was better than the one with Marina. So I enjoyed this a lot more. But like I said, it just feels like I already saw this before. Now, Hikaru Shida, she does have a title shot with Toni Storm, so she's going to go against her on Dynamite. Now, Nyla feeling some type of way, like Hikaru Shida just came out of the blue and she's already getting title shots, so she wants to whoop her ass because of it. So they get into it, and I really felt like it was a great match. But personally, I would just put this in the middle of the show. This has nothing to do with because they're ladies or whatever. It's just because it felt like I've seen this already. Now, we had Marina ringside. She got involved when it seemed like Nyla was going to lose. She was getting pinned, and she grabbed Nyla's foot and put it on the rope. So that, that broke the 3 count. And then from there, later on, she comes up on the apron, and she has a kendo stick. Hikaru Shida takes it from her and hits her in the stomach with it, or really, really hard, and she doesn't get involved. Meanwhile, we have the Outcasts. They're watching from backstage with the stinkest look on their faces, and that just made me laugh for some reason, because they just looked like they were utterly disgusted by what was going on in the ring. Either way, we do have Hikaru Shida taking the win. That's a no-brainer. We knew that was going to happen. There's no way she's going to lose right before a title shot with Toni Storm. So after that match, we do have Hikaru Shida. She's celebrating whatever. And then the Outcasts come out. They just stay on the ramps looking pretty, and they're just staring at Hikaru Shida, and they're ready for her on Rampage. And yes, I said they, because obviously there's going to be interference with that match. You know how they roll. Either way, you guys, the show was decent. If you got an hour to spare and you got nothing going on, go ahead and watch Rampage. Now, Collision is going to be good. We have, I don't remember all the matches, but aside from FTR and MJF and Adam Cole, we do have a ladder match with Andrade El Idolo versus Buddy Matthews. So that's going to be really, really good. Can't wait to see what happens with that. And then Dynamite 200 is on Wednesday. So expect seeing a lot of flashbacks from the past episodes and maybe less wrestling. If they try us like that, I'm going to be so mad. Guys, thanks for watching my review. I'll be back tomorrow with Collision. Bye.